Wild dogs are formidable hunters that can take down anything solely because of their pack unity, hunting strategy, and family orientation. There's one thing that every animal in the wild has to learn: survival. And I think the best fight to begin the video should be about survival. This one wild dog approached a sleeping impala and bit it hard on its belly. It continued to bite and pull on the impala, but in an utter moment of disbelief and shock, you'll see that the impala somehow managed to get on its leg with a large part of its intestines hanging out of its body. He was still alive and trying to survive by fending off his predator. In the end, the pack members of that wild dog returned to end this dramatic fight, a gruesome end for the impala, who died in the mouths of multiple wild dogs. Impalas aren't the only animals present in the diverse food menu of wild dogs. They're Africa's most successful hunters, and are even known to take down animals 5 times larger than their size. One of their most epic and successful hunts include taking down a female water buck. At Jones Dam in Kruger National Park, a pack of about 25 wild dogs took down a water buck that was pregnant and at the end of her gestation period. The wild dogs attacked her viciously, and during their feeding frenzy, they took out the unborn baby from her belly and ate it alive. What a horrific end to a life that hadn't even yet begun. What am I even saying? The life that had begun got an even worse end. I'm talking about a hare. These wild dogs smelled fresh meat and caught a hare after some sniffing around. A small hare and 4 wild dogs. They decided to split it in half, and the hare was gone in seconds. Just like that, in seconds. That's how wild dogs kill. And what happened to that hare was swifter and less painful compared to the larger prey that wild dogs hunt. More brutal is the fact that they don't wait for their prey to die before eating them. Once the animal's down, the feast begins. Imagine small chunks taken out of your flesh while you're still breathing. Tearing up the prey alive is the worst nightmare ever for them, just like this poor animal. It tried to save itself with its horns and bigger size, but it was fruitless in front of those ferocious wild dogs. Wild dogs are extremely smart hunters. They just need to spot prey alone, no matter how small or big. They just go for it. This baby antelope was gone in 37 seconds, a mere 37 seconds. One of the cringiest things that makes most people clench their fists is the absolute horrors of nature. These deer, like many in this video, had to watch itself slowly going to its death by the hands of a wild dog pack. I can't even possibly imagine how absolutely painful and horrifying it must be to have your guts hanging out and literally have to watch yourself being shredded to pieces alive. Brutal, but that's the cycle of life. Wild dogs also go by the name of painted dogs. They're undoubtedly the most ruthless killers when they team up against large prey, but contrary to their wild side, they show surprising compassion at home, sharing their food with the old and sick. They're one of the few animals that never abandon their family or pack members and cater for their olds just like they do their younger ones. True gentlemen. But nah, we're discussing their wild side, so let's just come back to it. I hope you guys know that warthogs are considered one of the most capable animals to defend themselves against predators like lions and even leopards. While wild dogs are the most successful hunters of Africa, imagine a face-off between these two dudes of the wild. I have some epic clips. Let's begin with the first one. Shoot it in African savanna, look at the agility of the warthog. The dogs are coming after him, but every time he manages to dodge them. But how far in the end? The pack was enjoying the flesh and blood of the warthog. Taking a shower is a very private time, but in the wild, nah, no time for baths. A pack of wild dogs disturbed a warthog while he was in the pond taking a shower. They brutally attacked him, pulled him out of the pond, and finished him off in minutes. Mere minutes. That's how fast life ends. I honestly think that it sucks to be a grass eater in the wild. Look at these massive wildebeests, yet they can even be killed if there's a pack of wild dogs in front of them. The coordination, hard work, and unity makes wild dogs the most formidable hunters. They usually hunt at dawn and dusk and approach their target silently. Once the prey tries to flee after sensing their dangerous presence, they pursue them with an impressive speed of 44 miles per hour until the fleeing prey tires. Then they attack and kill the animal, making them the best hunters in the world with a success rate of more than 80%. They're the most dangerous mammals out there in the wild. And while telling you their hunting strategy, the wildebeest is gone for good. Hope you like the clip. Let's move forward. Look at this cute sambar deer that had come to the watering hole, but the poor animal was cornered by a pack of 6 wild dogs. The deer tried its best to evade them, but those dogs took turns to attack the deer and exhaust it. The drama continued for an hour until it was completely tired and couldn't fight back. As I said, the wild dogs always have a strategy to kill their prey. They had the whole area covered with 4 of them sitting at every corner so the deer wouldn't escape. 2 kept attacking it. Finally, the sambar succumbed and they mercilessly ate it alive. A terrible end for the sambar deer. It's raining. The area is lush green and everyone is happily playing around until a pack of wild dogs decides to chase a couple of beautiful deer. They were after a stag that fortunately escaped, but the doe couldn't save herself. That pack of wild dogs enjoyed their feast in the lush green savanna while the stag mourned the loss of her partner somewhere in the deep jungle. That's some raw food chain shit in front of you guys. Imagine how hard it would be to abandon your kid, but the mother buffalo realized there was nothing she could do to save her baby. But you guys have to admire their hunting strategy. They split into half, one to grab the prey, and the other one repeatedly kept chasing off the mother. Incredible hunt. Wild dogs are opportunistic hunters. They just need to spot an animal. This time it was a poor fawn, gone for good. In the end, all that wild dogs do, they do it for the family.